No time to explain. Just jump. Sorry to break it to you. You didn't die this time either. But what comes next is 10,000 times more intense than death. The smell of your own hair burning. That is the first thing. You are 19 years old. Your hands are tied behind a wooden stake. Flames are climbing toward your knees. A priest holds a cross inches from your face. He screams, "Recant. Say your voices came from the devil." You do not answer him, because you are not here. You are somewhere else. You are 13 years old again, standing in your father's garden in Domremy. The noon light, the quiet, and a voice speaks from the right side. That voice will save France. It will also kill you. This is the story of how a peasant girl became a soldier, a saint, and a fire. Your name is Jahan. You cannot read. You cannot write. Your father is a farmer. Your mother beats wool. You have never left your village, but your country is dying. The English have been at war with France for 96 years. Your king is a cowardly boy who hides behind castle walls, and one afternoon in 1425, Saint Michael speaks to you. He is not a vision. He is a voice. Clear, young, gentle, he says, "Joan, be a good child, go to church often." 3 times a week he comes back, then St. Catherine comes, then St. Margaret. They tell you, drive the English out, crown the Dauphin at Reims. You are a girl, you are a nobody, but you do not argue with archangels. In February 1429, you cut your hair and put on a man's tunic. You walk 300 miles through enemy land. You arrive at the castle of Chinon. The Dauphin Charles hides among 300 courtiers. He wants to test you. You walk into the great hall, push through the silk and perfume, and kneel directly in front of him. "Most noble Dauphin," you say, "God has sent me to raise the siege of Orléans and to lead you to Reims for your coronation." The court laughs, but Charles takes you aside and asks you a secret. A prayer only he and God know. You whisper it back to him correctly. He gives you a white banner embroidered with the name of Jesus. He gives you armor. You order a sword to be dug from behind the church altar. It is exactly where you said it would be. You are 17 years old. You have never held a sword. On the 29th of April, you ride into Orléans on a white horse. The city has been surrounded by the English for 7 months. The people are eating horses, cats, rats. The English on the far bank see you. Some cross themselves. Others laugh. You dictate a letter to their commander. "Begone, or I will drive you out." He burns your letter. On May 4, you attack the English fort of St. Loup. You have no battle experience, but you ride to the front. Your standard bearer falls. You grab the banner and plant it on the enemy wall. An arrow slams into your shoulder. You pull it out with your own fingers. You keep fighting. On May 7, you lead the assault on the main English fort, La Tourelle. You climb a ladder. Stones, boiling oil, flaming arrows rain down. You reach the top. Then a crossbow bolt drives through your thigh, just above the knee. You fall into the ditch. The French retreat. For a moment, the soldiers look back at you, bleeding in the mud, a 17-year-old girl. You pull the bolt out yourself. Against all sense, against all medicine, you stand up and shout, "Forward, they are ours." The French turn back. They storm the wall. By midnight, La Tourelle is taken. On May 8, the English march away. Orléans is free. The people call you the Maiden of Orléans. The soldiers call you La Pucelle, the maid. That night, you cry alone in your tent. You do not know why. On the 17th of July, 1429, you ride into Reims. The Dauphin Charles is crowned King Charles VII of France in the great cathedral. You stand beside him, holding your white banner. The king offers you nobility, a coat of arms, a house. You refuse everything. You ask only that your village be exempt from taxes. It is granted. Then you kneel before the king and weep. "Gentle king," you say, "I have done what God commanded. Let me go home. Let me return to my father and mother, to my sheep." The king asks you to stay. You stay. It will cost you your life. Over the next year, the king does nothing. He makes peace with the English behind your back. Your voices begin to fade. You lead one last sortie from the town of Compiègne on May 23, 1430. The Burgundians, English allies, surround you. Your men tell you to retreat. You refuse. You are the last to leave the field. As you turn your horse, the gates of Compiègne close behind you. The drawbridge is raised. You are trapped alone outside. The Burgundians pull you from your horse. They sell you to the English for 10,000 livres, about the price of a war horse. The English put you in an iron cage. Your ankles are chained to a wooden bed. You are not allowed to walk. You are not allowed to bathe. 3 guards sleep in the same room to watch you. They tell you, you will be burned as a heretic and a witch. Your trial begins on the 21st of February 1431. The judge is Bishop Cochon, a Frenchman loyal to England. He wants to destroy you. Not just your body, your name, your story. They question you for weeks. 70 interrogations, 500 examiners. They ask, did St. Michael have hair? Did St. Catherine speak French or English? Are you in a state of grace? You answer, if I am not, may God put me there. If I am, may God keep me there. The court cannot trap you. They ask about your armor, your short hair, your man's clothes. You say, I dress as a man because I live among men. Among women, I would dress as a woman. They ask you to submit to the church. You say, I will submit to God first. The judges are furious. They cannot break you, so they threaten you with torture. They show you the instruments. They bring you to the dungeons. You say, torture will not make me say what I have not said, and if you must, then let it come. On May 24, they take you to the cemetery of St. Ouen. 2 pyres are built, one for you, one for your standard bearer. They read your death sentence aloud. For the first time, you break. You sign a recantation. You promise to wear women's clothes. The death sentence is commuted to life in prison. But in your cell, the English guards take your dress and leave only your man's clothes. You put them on, because you have no choice, but the judges call it relapse. On May 29, they sentence you to burn again. This time, there is no mercy. May 30, 1431. Morning, you are led to the old market square in Rouen. Wooden stake stands in the center. Piles of wood surround it. You ask for a cross. An English soldier makes a small one from a stick. He gives it to you. You kiss it and put it inside your shift. A priest holds a processional cross in front of your eyes. You ask him to keep it high so you can see it until the end. You are tied to the stake. The fire is lit. You do not scream. You do not cry. You repeat one word over and over. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Your clothes burn. Your skin burns. Your hair burns. Your last word is Jesus. You are 19 years old. The English rake back the coals to show your charred body. They burn you a second time, so no relics can be saved. They throw your ashes into the Seine River. A soldier who helped light the fire later says, "We have burned a saint." 25 years later, your mother demands a new trial. 115 witnesses testify. On the 7th of July, 1456, your conviction is annulled. You are declared innocent. A martyr. In 1920, the Catholic Church makes you a saint. You are Saint Joan of Arc. You, who are listening, you have just lived her life. You felt the arrow in your shoulder, the bolt in your thigh, the iron cage, the smoke. Now close your eyes. It is 1425 again, noon. Dom Remy, your father's garden. A voice speaks from your right side. It says, "Joan, be a good child. Go to church often. You can turn away. You can pretend it was the wind. You will live to be an old woman in your village. No one will ever remember your name, or you can kneel and become a story that will never die." What will you do? Thank you for watching. This is your story. Subscribes and live the legend.